back here. Alright, welcome to the stream. About to get into this, okay? Share. Copy. Let's see. And post it in the group. Right here.
All ready.
Give me 1 sec. Alright. Now, for most of y'all that watch my stream, y'all know that I operate a lot out of shotgun. The reason why is because I run a quick pass offense. Prevents me from getting sacked a lot. And it's frustrating to defend. So usually most of the time y'all see me in gun bunch, but I'm going to show you what you can do out of another formation to enhance what you can do out of the formations that you like. Now, I know that y'all have seen me post that I have a wide receiver at tight end in the group. So I'm going to show y'all how I managed to do this, and then I'm going to show you how you can manipulate certain zones out of, a few plays. I'm going to try to go over everything because I'm ADD. Sometimes I try to set a standard of what I'm going to do, but I end up going over. So I'm going to try to get better at this. I know I'm doing it live. Most people, they sit down and they script their stuff. So y'all are going to see this as it happens. So we're going to come out in the tray open offset out of the Raiders playbook, and we're going to our package set, which is tight end ISO. We can actually use multiple different things. Pretty much you just want the tight end out of that slot. You can go tight end slot, but sometimes that works, sometimes it don't. But you can go, I think you can go 4 wide receivers. So if you have a team that's got really good receivers that are better than your tight end, you can come out in 4 wide receivers. But my 4th wide receiver is not really better than Jared Cook is at the moment, so I don't really use that. But I use the tight end ISO. Okay? Really doesn't matter which play you pick out of here. There's a bunch of different plays you could use. It really doesn't matter, because I'm not going to actually go over this formation today. I'm going to go over gun bunch. Okay? So it doesn't really matter. We're going to keep it basic. We'll start off with cover 2s. We'll go random. That way sometimes we'll get the man matches, and sometimes we'll get the clouds, and sometimes we'll get the hard play. So it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to show you when you come out in this formation. Now you can audible to different formations. Now with us using that formation to get the tight end and the wide receiver swapped, check it out. Now we got a wide receiver in that tight end spot. So we can actually do some pretty critical damage. Alright, but with that set aside, let's go into what I like to do. I think we'll be fine. It doesn't matter, short pass. Okay, so usually I'll pick up play. I really don't always use the play. Sometimes I might use like a formation. It like have a specific route that I like. Like Bryant's route over there, he's got a post corner route, you know? Like I might take him and be like, you know, I want that to come across the middle. You know, it's just various different things. So I'm going to go over the quick pass that I like to use. To get the running back involved, like, you know, people are trying to pass rush you too much. All you got to do is send the running back on a vertical. Now against cover 2, you're going to have a safety on the high read, and you're going to have a corner over there, usually in a cloud flat. And then you're going to have someone supposed to be in a hook curl. So when I do my motions, I can usually find out who the hook is. Okay? So I know that's the hook curl right there. So I have a hook curl and a cloud flat and a deep half. Alright? I want to get that hook curl out of the position. So usually that hook curl is going to defend the first person that comes after him. Okay, so whether I send a drag, he's the first person that comes after him. I also have to be mindful of that cloud flat and deep half. So usually I might just send him deep, or I might send him to the left, get him out of the way. Okay, because his zone is gonna react based off of the route. You know, he's not gonna come out being a cloud flat and stay in the same exact area. He's going to defend that entire zone based on how the receiver is running his route. Okay, he's not just going to be just one, like he's in man. You know, man coverage, he's just going to stick with the receiver. Zone, he's going to cover the vicinity. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we have to occupy the mid-read in case it's a, you know, man-match defense. We need a deep pass to occupy the mid-read. So we have Roberts, but the main thing with this is we want to get that away from our check down route. Okay, so I mean we could probably run it like this. Alright, I'm gonna just go. And usually when you're running it like this in a quick pass, you have two receivers in mind. As soon as they cross, you make your read. And right here is going to be my drag and my vertical. I'm not worried about anybody else. I've got my receivers where I want them, and I'm usually 2-second pass and throw. Okay? So I make my read, and then boom. And then just cut up field. Same thing, just audible. Like I said, it doesn't matter what play. I can do it out of verticals. And there's different ways you can do this too. Okay? Like usually I just take the outside receiver, and I want to occupy that flat route. The reason why is I want that cloud flat and that vert hook out of my way. Okay, so there's different ways depending on the route that's over the top. If I want him to defend the cloud flat, I want him over there. I want that cloud flat out of the way so he doesn't react to my quick pass. Okay, sometimes you can run the slant. Now the thing with this slant, if you run it enough, the slant or the drag, if you run it enough, you open up the zig route. Okay, that zig route, he's gonna throw users off completely, and then you can throw over the top. Because the halfback out of this formation is a little delayed route. Okay. And the main thing is, in case there's a mid-read, I have to occupy it. So I might take Bryant and have him come across the middle. And then just make the quick read. Look how the running back's open. Look at all that. Look at all those people wide open. And another thing For this to be so effective, I'm gonna try to get as much emphasis out so that y'all can see. For this to be most effective, regardless of what your lineman positions are, for you to have the time that you need, your tackles, both left tackle and right tackle, need to be your best pass blockers. Okay, that's heavy emphasis on this. All right. So I have, with the exception of your center, my center, he needs to hold the middle down. But for the most part, I have Donald Penn and Kalichi Osemele as my starting tackles. I could probably put somebody else. I haven't really been down a depth chart, but overall kind of matters a little bit. Make sure. Yeah, I don't really have anybody else that pass blocks up that good. So it's KO and Donald Penn. I mean, I could use Gabe Jackson, but he's not fast enough for me. But that's the standard for running a shotgun offense. That helps you against good edge rushers, like you go up against Von Millers and, you know, Aaron Donalds. It shit gets annoying, you know. Like I could put Colton Miller over there, and he just sucks so bad. So I put him at guard in case I need, you know, someone that can run a counter run or a quick pitch or whatever. So go back into it. You know, I'll run it a few times until y'all kind of get the idea. And I want to show you what this opens up. This opens up some stuff. Okay. So same thing. You can run a vert, or we can motion him out into a flat route and smart route. The flat route, he runs it deeper, right? And then when you come back, now check it out. Okay. Now since we motioned him back, we can move somebody else into the fold. If I want to attack him deep, I can get a one-play touchdown off of this. Okay. Just trying to, you know, it's cover two. It might got the flat. My only thing is when I come out in this package, I might have to flip the play. Let's see. Yeah, when I come out in this package, it's got my receiver there at tight end. So that's not really, to run this play, not really a good idea to do it that way. Just make sure you have the right personnel in it. But we're going to try it. I'll try to give you one more tip out of this formation. I'm doing this to help y'all out. Now I'm going to run a deep fade. I've got to put a route over there to occupy that safety. I could probably send Roberts deep since he's a wide receiver anyway. And because that's now my blind side, I'm going to have to slide protect over there and watch that. And I'm going to have to ID the man on the left. Only because now I'm only blocking 5. And wow.
What about single back? How would I put a WRNT spot but I use both?
Out of single back? Well, let's say. What about single back? How would I put a... Alright. In order to do that, there is some single back formations that have there are some single back formations that have 3 wide receiver sets. So now I have a single back bunch where I have a wide receiver in the tight end spot, so I can operate out of there. And because he's a receiver, he's going to run those routes a lot more crisp. They're going to be very clean routes. Okay. Let's see. Remember, whenever y'all running routes, y'all have to keep in mind you gotta abstract zones. You want to get an isolation, and you want the zones to play where you want the zones to be. Remember what I was saying earlier. You know, if you have everything bunched up, those zones are probably gonna come in, and it's gonna be forcing double coverages. So you always just run routes to isolate those zones. That way you have one-on-one coverages most of the time. See that route with Cook and Roberts, they cross. We don't want that. We don't want them crossing at the end. So we'll just probably run like a little out route or something. You don't want to ever have two of the same things going in the same place. See how, look how crisp that receiver ran the route. I mean, regardless, my receiver's going to drop the ball. He runs it a lot quicker than what a tight end usually would. I think there's a couple of other formations from single back. I got single backs, wide trips. Now this can get, I can make a one-play TDE out of this now. Okay, I got a wide receiver in the tight end spot. I can go straight up the seam. Most coverages are weak up the seam routes. If you go into a lot of the skills training, you'll see the weak spots are usually in the middle of the field. Depths are depending on the type of zones they're playing. Usually cover 2's weak, 5 yards. Cover is 5 yards and 15 yards, I think, after the 20. Depending if they're running a mid-read Tampa 2 or not. But usually after that, everything can get into the soft spots of the middle. But usually, look how fast he takes off. He just blows right past the linebacker. Keep in mind my receivers suck. But and like I said, a receiver is going to run those routes a lot better than what a tight end would. I'm trying to see if there's one more play. Try to go over at least. And then, like I said, if you have questions, feel free to ask, and I'll go over them. I think this is the other play that I like, where the receiver comes into the tight end spot, just because he has that quick step off the line. And if someone's playing man coverage, usually if you're just playing someone that really doesn't make a lot of adjustments, they're putting a linebacker in man or somebody that's not going to really be able to keep up with a 91 speed. And usually, if you put like Tyreek Hill or someone right there, that's pretty much game over. That's beating that person off. They're going to have to user adjust to defend that. And when you have something like that, you open up everything underneath. This is another
What
little play.
about Duce close, split close, and I form pro? Those are the formation I run.
So you run the two tight end, 2 wide receiver sets. I don't think there's a way out of this playbook. I don't think there's a way. I've tried every possible combination, but I'm willing to go check it out and see, to double check if I need to. But this is another little money play that I use. And usually the tight end or the receiver is open. If he's playing deep coverage, I've got my check downs with my 2 wide receivers. And Richard will pull any coverage over there behind him, so it opens it up. Same thing, I'm only blocking 5, so I need to set up my slide protects and watch the outsides. Okay? And usually I'll have enough time and try to user catch that, but sometimes, my receiver's not that great. Next year I'll have AB. Let's go into the next play that I want to go over. And like I said, this is live, so after I finish streaming, if anybody joined late, you can always go back and look at the stream. Okay? So, another little thing I like to do in the red zone. If y'all were paying attention earlier, like, you can score out of this formation with so much. Like, Z spot is probably one of my more popular red zone plays. Like I said, we'll just go up against like something people would commonly use. They're not going to use a Tampa 2, they're going to use a hard flat more likely. Reason why is because that spot route is delayed. You know, without any adjustments, I mean, off the spot routes open. If they manage to cover that spot route, that post corner that the slot receiver runs is usually open. If you roll out and then set your feet, high point pass on the ball, they'll usually catch that. Your primary read is going to be the flat. Now I know he's in hard flat, so I'm gonna wait for the spot to open. Since I know he's in hard flats, I'm not even gonna throw it to Cook, just because. But the delay route, see, my receivers be doing stupid shit sometimes. All right, the delay route is usually open. You'll get 1 to 3 yards sometimes. You know, if they're playing too far off, like that, they'll back up. You get under the coverage. You know, it's really a high percentage pass. Just Z spot gets up under, you know, and make sure you got someone with good catching traffic running it, because sometimes he's gonna take a hit from a linebacker. Okay, sometimes you might want to low ball pass it, but against zones, against man coverage is gonna beat man coverage because it's delayed, so it's like he's blocking. So whoever's in man's on him is gonna completely ignore him. Against zone, it just dives up under the coverage. So it's not getting contested. You're not going to really throw an interception with it unless someone's just using it. Now, I'm gonna intentionally let that spot route go, and I'm going to try to throw it over the top. I don't know. I've never really exactly tried to throw it over. Just roll out and then just high point pass it. Y'all with me? You know, it's pretty much basic concept. You might want to pass block right and just roll out, high point pass. That's why I like Aikman. He's got a good catch in traffic. I know he's not very fast or whatever, but you'd be surprised how many yards I actually get with a guy. Just roll out, under pressure, boom. So there's different ways you can score, and like I said, if they're not in hard flats, the tight end's open off the flat regardless. If they're in like a cover 3, that route by Roberts is usually a good option to throw it, just low ball past him. And then you got that little special route by Richard, which is delayed, which can beat a lot of man coverages and deep zones. Let's see if I can go over another play. I mean, that's two plays, right? Two. He said, I form and split close. I don't really run under center a lot, but I do have some under center plays. I can do some of these things that I like to do out of, you know, formations like this. Another little concept that I like to use are the stick routes. Okay? Reason why is because those option routes, they are dictated on the type of coverages that the opponent is in. Whether they're in man or whether they're in zone, that tight end or whoever's running that hitch route or go route to the outside, he's going to take the best route possible that he needs to take to get open. Okay, so if he's in man, he's going to cut. If he's in zone, depending on which zone it's in, he's either going to stay or he's going to cut. You know, there's actually 3 possible routes. He'll run like a turn curl stop, like a spacing route, or he'll run a deep out route, or he'll just take it right there. So usually what I do is, you know, I'll intentionally leave one receiver out because I don't like forcing passes too much. So I always try to make it look like I'm throwing into double coverage, but really I'm tuning that zone into defending who I want him to defend it. Okay, so it might, off the gate, it might look like, oh, they're gonna both converge on a certain receiver, but in reality he still has to defend his receiver. So when I throw the ball, he's not gonna converge on the ball, he's gonna converge on the receiver that's over there running to the outside. So, usually it's just a quick pass, watch the tight end. I should have threw it over the top, but hook's usually a reliable target. Just, I mean, simple adjustments. So, you know, slant, boom. And a lot of people sleep on these slant routes. Lately, I've been having a lot of success with them. They beat a lot of shells. Low ball pass it, get in. Usually on the short passes, if it can beat cover 2 on a short pass, it'll beat cover 3 on a short pass. Okay. Now I wish I was actually playing a user, someone that could adjust, but this is just against stock coverages. There's a lot you can do. Like you can send your fullback. You know, you want to be real creative. If they're starting to tune in to that receiver, and boom, you can hit the fullback. It really depends, you know. Let's see. Now the run games are a little bit different. Let me see. I actually have a few runs that I do like. I need to respot the ball. It's not gonna let me here until I pick a play. Alright, so let's say I'm in gun bunch and I know willingly that I want to run the ball. I might come in and like two tight end set or something. Most people don't pay attention to stuff like that because when they pick their play call, they see you're in gun bunch, it's going to say 3 wide receiver. It's not going to say anything about there being 2 tight ends in there. See, a lot of people be sleep on that. Okay, so we're going to go over this real quick. And usually, again, you know, man coverage plays the run a lot better. So we'll pick like a cover 2 man maybe. I need to respot the ball. It doesn't matter, right here be good. Now, with the short pass scheme, you know, where I take
now on the run game, what you just now talking on, do you go the opposite side of the green box or how do you do that?
One sec, let me see. On the run game, what? Oh, I don't really even pay attention to that green box anymore like I used to. You know, in all Madden, you're not really gonna have a box. You gotta just really just do your hat count, and then you gotta, you know, if you're playing someone that's good at user adjustments, that green box should have fooled you. Okay, so don't go by that. The green box means absolutely jack. Okay, it's all about your slide protection. So, like usually, if I'm killing them with this play right here, just keep motioning them over. They're gonna keep pass committing. Okay. This is how you sneak good runs in. Okay, so I'll audible to like a halfback base and then motion them over. And usually I'll be able to kick it to the outside, you know. He's got that linebacker, he's a little bit faster, but sometimes they'll be in a zone. If he's in a zone, he's not really gonna beat me to the outside. So I could probably just ID the mic on him. And really, I just want to set up like I'm passing the ball. And just max protect. Really, if you have a faster linebacker, you'll usually get to the outside. But you know how practice mode, they have the block sheds and shit. So now, if it's becoming like a nuisance and it's not letting you get around, sometimes you can quick hike it right there and just cut through the lane. You know, usually, you know, you might get anywhere 2 to 3 yards if they're playing sound defense, but sometimes you'll get them over pursuant and you'll usually be able to break a big run. this. See, mainly just get up the middle. That's all you want to do. And just because, like I said, just because it might not work in practice mode right now, you know, keep in mind it's practice mode. See that receiver take off pretty fast over there. I like the motion hikes. Motion hikes are pretty. Then you can motion hike him to help pass block, and then you got Nelson open. I won't let me use her. So if you're playing someone that's blitz heavy and you don't intend on using this route, you can just hike them right there. Now you got an extra man blocking. Whatever. SEA. Sometimes I do that unintentionally. So, like if I want him to pass block, he'll block that blind side. Then I can send my playmaker over the top. Trying to aggro catch. You don't want to. You know, it's just small things like that that go a long way. So, like, let's say I want to send him on that. I got Robert still in the drag. I'm going to have to pass block to the right, ID the left. The main thing is with this type of route concept, that cloud flat needs to be covered. And sending him over, he's going to fuck someone up. Like he's got to be accounted for. And the halfback usually will blow right past him. I've gotten so many one-play TDs off the short pass game. Just doing small stuff like that. The little catch and run. You know, let's see. Just a small adjustments make a huge difference. You know, just bring him over and then motion hike him. And then look over the top. That's only sending 3 routes, you know. So I've got like I said, I got a lot of one-play TDs that I can use to beat people. Try to remember all of it. Like to beat cover 2, you got to be responsible. Like I said, be responsible for the cloud flat. And usually, since it's a cloud flat, I'm gonna kind of have them deep. Then I just send my receiver over here and run a fade. And then I'll take Waller, he'll take him off. And then I'll have him run a check down route. Usually, you see the check down gets open. See, that's how my halfback get a lot of yards. You know, see, I don't hold on to the ball too long. I'm usually getting rid of it 2 to 3 seconds, make a quick read on what I see, and then just go from there. So same thing. This time I'm not going to smart route Nelson, because I want that corner to play under. And just play over the top. And I need to take that. That's all you want to do, man. If you get your tight end one-on-one against a linebacker, you're going to win that all day. Like I said earlier, you can beat a lot of different zones just by the seam routes. You know, you can match somebody up in the seam route that's decent, got good catch. You can do a lot of damage. Like check this out. All right. Remember earlier I was moving my halfback to the slot. You know, I think earlier in my series I was mentioning this. I don't know if it really took off or anything, but you can steal routes from different positions that you want. Like I'll steal smart routes from the slot for my halfback so he can use it out the backfield. So if I want him to run an in route, I'll smart route it. Then I'll bring him here, and then check this out. And I'll move him here. That way I got that cloud flat covered, and I can send Roberts on a streak. So if it's a cover 3 match, Roberts is going to be wide open on a streak. I mean, wide open on that that route right there. So where they cross at, see, look, I got the little quick pass option. Of course, they're gonna do that shit. I forgot to slide protect. That's my fault. You know, I'll slide protect. Send him in this route, in route, smart route it. Bring him back. He has to be in his original position for you to do any other route steals or whatever. So like you gotta really pay attention to that. So let's say I want to steal a comeback route and move it inside. So I can bring this comeback route and I can move him back inside. So he's not over there on the sideline. So now the concept of a cloud flat possibly picking that comeback route off is not really going to happen. Okay, so I can send Waller over there to occupy that cloud flat. Then I can send my tight end deep.
Are you against flood routes? How could you do that in Gun Bunch? Can you show that?
Flood routes? Give me one sec. Oh, I mean, most concepts out of, you know, stacked receivers are flood routes, like PA crossers and, you know, all of that, like, where you flood the side of the field. Now, usually someone might play like a man-match defense. The easy way to beat man-match defense, like cover 3 match, cover 2 sync, cover 4 quarters, if you put 4 receivers on one side of the field, you automatically beat that match assignment. One of them is going to be open. If they're in cover 4 quarters, you have 3 players assigned to 4 receivers. One of them is going to get open. And usually because it's a match defense, they're going to pass to the under, meaning the deep route will always break free, regardless. And I've actually got all my receivers. Like flood concepts like this is going to beat anybody that's playing a match defense. And the only thing I would have to do is send a drag to the other side. Just one person has to go to the other side, nothing else. Like that's how you would, like the routes are so glitchy it won't even show you who exactly. I might need to change my camera angle. Let's see, so y'all can actually see. Settings. Turn on visual presentation. Camera toggles on. I think that was it. I don't know, I'll probably have to adjust that later. Oh, there we go. All you gotta do is tap circle so you can see the whole field before you snap it. And then it's pretty much what you would look like. Now, since, again, I'm only blocking 5, you have to set up your pass blocks. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you're only blocking 5, you need to set up your slide protects. Usually I'll slide protect to my strong side that I might want to roll out to in case, and I'll just ID my blind side, leave him one-on-one with, you know, my tackle. That's what he gets paid for. Like I said, just boom, boom, boom. That's just too much. Look at the circle wide open. Look at this. A lot of shit gets open when you send crossers like that. Because it's practice mode, they're not going to let me catch it. Alright, so now let's get a little bit more technical. Like these hitch routes. So you can still hitch routes and send them out. Okay? I'll show you how that hitch route works. Just one sec. Alright. Remember earlier, I don't know if everybody's seen me do this before, but this probably is going to be one of the best kept secrets in every Madden. Watch this shit, okay? See how I send my halfback on a vertical? Alright, I'm going to double flip my play. So, I mean, you can come out with the play already flipped, or if you're a left-hand quarterback, you're probably going to run gun bunch from this side anyway. But you're going to come out with it flipped and then automatically flip it. Now look at the halfback route. Okay? So it's going to be a delayed halfback route. So now all I need is to clear some space for him. So I'll run like a slant, a flat. I wish I had like a corner post. Corner post would definitely open it up. Let's see, I got an out route I can do. Nah, better yet, I have something. I can steal the comeback route and bring it back in. Same thing, set up my slide protects. Oh, I fucking hiked it unintentionally. But look, have it. Oh, they cheated me. Let's try it again. Send halfback, one vertical, double flip. Now look at his route, okay? Now we're gonna steal the comeback route from the outside and then motion him back in. Okay, then we're gonna have a slant or in route, it don't matter, in route, and a flat route. And because I'm sending him deep, I need Nelson not to cross. So if I want to occupy that safety so he doesn't come after, I can motion him in and attack both of the seams. And then ID the mic. Look, R1 open, X circle open.
So does has to be 4 on one side, or can I do 3 in like single back when you have time? Can you look into that, cause I use stick play out of.
Alright, give me 1 sec. Let's see. I can barely understand the robot. So does I do like 3? Okay. Like I said, I have some of those plays, but really this is heavy emphasis on what the Raiders playbook has. I mean, I have some dudes close. Alright, you using play action? I mean, I've got some plays that I can really fool people and open the run game up in this formation. Let's say I like the stretch run, okay? I'm going to set it up with a pass. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly how you do this. Let's just say he's blitzing, it don't matter. Alright, so what I'm going to do to set my stretch run up is I'm going to put him in motion. Now usually, first thing someone sees that shit, they're going to fucking think you're running it that side. Usually they'll try to move people over there or whatnot. Now, this is going to create problems for them either one or two ways. That's really a flood concept right there. That's going to beat any match defense. All I got to do is send one guy to the other side of the field. And this case is going to be... let's see how we're going to do this. There we go. This shit just gets real glitchy.
You just passed it that 6 play with the flat route.
There we go. We could run it like that. You know the name of the play?
Sticks.
It's the PA boot slide. Or the bench. Or the PA stretch shot. And then they got the PA misdirection. Which one is it? to see. PA misdirection, PA stretch shot, bench, stick, and PA boot slide. I don't really see a trick play. Which one is it?
Sticks.
Stick. Alright, what are we trying to do out of here? What do you want me to see what I can do? A 4 on one side. Okay. Pretty much you want to get 4 on one side. You're gonna have to, like, they don't have any post routes, so we'll run it like this. Usually a drag with a slant works really, really well, and you would have to do vice versa on the other side. Drag, slant, and then you can have like a check down route. You know, it can get real annoying. If you want to open one of the slants up, you can send a vertical. I always suggest having at least one deep route. Reason being is because it has to be accounted for. You know, so when the zones start playing, they're like, oh shit, he's going over the top. You know, it's going to open a lot of those underneath routes up. Same thing with Waller. It's probably better to run the slant with the receiver and the drag with the tight end. And then, you know, I might send the wheel route on the backside. You know, he might not be accounted for.
Flood concept.
That's pretty, alright, if it's a flood, I run an out route. See, I think drag, slant, out route, and that's pretty much it right there. Or I might go deep fade, flat route, in route, and slant. And then have him in a check down, or better yet, send him on a wheel route. I don't know, but only thing, better get vertical. There we go. Because he's off to the side, he'll run that route a lot better as opposed to being directly behind the quarterback. He'll have a better step. See how he just chip blocks? And don't mind I got sacked because I picked the blitz. But, just run a vertical. Drag. Slant. Fade. In route. Or, better yet, pass block. And send them deep. Usually, if I can't tell, like if it's a symmetrical defense, usually I'm just IDing one of the guys in the middle. And it'll get open. As long as they're not blitzing. That's why I don't really like under center, because plays have to develop. You feel me? I'm more of a quick pass type person. Like flood routes usually have to develop. And quick, like this type, let's see. This time, I don't have to really wait on stuff to develop. You know, it's open. You feel me? Like I can see it, it's open, throw it. Because when people see you under center, like a good player, they see you under center, they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna nano blitz you, you know, or some crazy shit. Like you can do some odd stuff like this. You know, just dink over the top. But like I said, he blitzing, you're not really going to have time because you have that mandatory 7-step drop. So I might come over here and just have him pass block. just send over the top. And then I can roll out. And then just go over the top like that. That works. So I could pass block him. Or what was he running? He was running the stick route, right? Or I could say pass block him. I don't want to go over that way. I want to go over to the flood side. So we got to get that running back to flood to the other side. So what we're going to do is we're going to move him right here. There we go. No! Let's see, put him in motion. There we go. So you got to motion him and then flip the play. Alright, I got you. Okay. So we're going to make a new flood route. Trying to see if there's any way I can pass block right, ID that guy over there. We're going to roll out with this bitch. Ah, got stuck in an animation. That's why I hate under center formations. Especially against 3-4, you get real annoying. So unless you just got a quick pass out the backfield. Let's see. You could set it up like you're running it to the right. You can go drag, slant, pass block his blind side, and then just watch. And then you can roll out. And then you got him over the top. There, yo. That's hey, I just found something. I like that. Okay, let's do that again. We're gonna make it look like we're running. Instead, we're gonna pass block our strong side. Then I'm going to run a drag and a slant. I could probably send a vertical.
What if you put both WR on out routes and then smart route, then streak your inside WR, then put the other WR on flat route, then put RB on sweep?
Okay, one sec. Then smart route. Well, you don't have an inside receiver. That's the thing. They're both tight ends. But I see what you're talking about. I've actually done that before. You're talking about where the, yeah, that'll get open. So what you're gonna do, the only way, you're still going to have, you're gonna have to take that flat route away. You would have to probably run it like that. I don't know if this is going to actually be any success. You just got to roll out with it. That's the only thing. So it's more of a rollout type offense, which, you know, sometimes I roll out, but more often than not I don't, because sometimes you might run into a good user. So you don't even need a smart route. You just need to run that. Like I could steal the flat route with him and the slant with him. And then just roll out. I could do it that way. Yeah, that's more of a rollout type of play. Like you're not going to be able to stay in the pocket with that one. But because it's a run formation, you could probably catch someone slipping. There's going to be people playing a lot of man coverage, and they probably won't have the running back in man. More times than not, if they're expecting you to run, they're usually putting their safeties in man on those tight ends. So with you doing that, that means both tight ends would have to be running a route. Because I don't know how man reacts after. I think man reacts different. It turns into like a zone if their man is pass blocking, but it delays them a little bit. So let's try this again. Just put him in that. Run a flat route. Run the receiver like that. Let's try it this way. Yeah. See, I mean, the receiver got open. Again, that's against man coverage, so. So I could run a drag, run a slant, pass block. Maybe this will work. I don't know. My man. But if you do that enough, you can set up your runs. Usually you just want to, I know it says it's red, but you want to count the bodies on the left and to the right of the center. And usually I want people on the closer side that I'm going to run to. It means they get sucked into the blocks a lot easier. Only thing is, when you do it this way, you got to flip the play and he's going to pick that block up. So if you got a good pass game moving that tight end out, you can get them out of, you know, committing to the run so much. And like I said, you would need decent speed on your tight ends. I wouldn't necessarily have slow tight ends. So that's, you know, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one play. I'm going to go back more into what I like to do. I mean, I can sit down with a formation and, you know, just go ham with it, but next one we're going to go over is strong wing. I don't know if a lot of y'all seen this or not. Let's see what I like to do out of here. Never pick a play that's already your audible. It's about the best advice I can start y'all off with. Just play cover 3. Alright, so trying to double check. Oh, it's been a while since I gotta use this guy more. Straight bull shark. Alright, so the main thing is I want to go over is this fullback dive. That I use it a lot in the red zone, and I'm going to show you how to make it effective tenfold. Alright? This is even better than the quarterback sneak. You don't want to get your quarterback hit. You want someone that can actually run this thing. The important thing is they need to have good ball carrier vision, so they take the right hole and they don't kind of get suctioned into a tackle. Ball carrier vision helps prevent that in most cases. Now, pretty much this is more of a slide protect ID the Mike type of situation. So what you want to do is you want to kind of push the line away way. So like if I slide protect right, I'm going to need to ID the mic on the center. If I slide protect left, I'm going to need to ID the mic on that defensive end. Okay, so we'll start by slide protecting left. See if we can kind of break through. Now usually this guy right here, I would strongly suggest putting whoever has good lead block, but they need to have decent speed and acceleration. You know, I wouldn't put a lineman there even though they might have great lead block, because they're not fast enough to kind of get to the second level of the defense. So usually a fullback or a decent tight end with great lead block usually works. That's going to be the main thing here. And all you're going to do is you're going to motion them over and you're going to hike it. Tap L2 usually. That's the thing I hate about practice mode and block shits. Alright, so now we're going to slide protect right. ID the center. Slide protect right. ID the center. And usually it just gets right through. You know, and practice mode is going to cheat you. So slide protect right. ID the center. Make sure it sticks. And you're just going to go. Get a block shed so you get practice mode. Stupid. Alright, I'm gonna max protect, slide protect right, ID the center. There we go. It's like they're more aggressive when you max protect first. Might start doing that more often. Always max protect, then do your slide protects. So if you're running the ball, max protect, slide protect right, ID the center, add an extra blocker, tap L2 and then jump. There you go. That's how you make it real effective. You gotta tap the L2 button. Okay? It's your money run play every time. Max protect, slide protect right, ID the center. Now that's how you deal with 3-4 teams. 3-4, I hate doing it against 3-4 because they're real difficult. Tap L2 and then just flip over them. Works every time. Don't hold L2, because if you hold L2, he's just gonna. I'm gonna show you what he does, so y'all know I ain't bullshit. If you hold L2, he's just gonna go down with the ball, like a protect the ball type of thing. See, if I hold it, see, he's gonna do some fucky shit. Okay, he's gonna fumble the ball. Hold it. I mean, he'll get through there, but I just tap it. Tap it works a lot better. Same thing. Fullback dive. Max protect. Slide protect right. ID the center. Motion. Tap L2 and then boom. That's all you gotta do. Anytime y'all in the red zone, having a hard time scoring against people, that's usually a good play. Now, if they start pinching in, you got the toss run. Okay, now the toss run out of this formation is real like glitchy and shit. But you can flip the play without having to tell. The quarterback doesn't say, "Oh, I'm flipping the play." He just say, "Look, I flipped it. I flipped it." I mean, I'm talking, but you can't tell I'm flipping the play. Now, there's various different ways you can do this. Like you can keep that motion over there, and now you got a stack block over there on the left. Now, what I'm worried about when I'm doing that is, can that receiver block? Usually, you want a good run blocking receiver over there. If they're not a good run blocker, you move them in. That way, he can chip block that guy right here. You just ID him. And my guard's not kicking out. So, this is another reason why I need faster guards. Let me show you. I got a faster guard on this side. So when he kicks out, he'll actually kick out. He got 75 speed. Alright, so here's how we're going to do it. Like that. ID him. See, look how fast he kicked out. He didn't engage. I wish they would let me user engage like they used to. I don't know if you can in practice mode or not. Nah. Oh, I got an audible to a run play. Yeah, on practice mode, it'll let you do it. It's like it'll let me come out and pancake whoever the fuck I want. I think you can do it in CFM. I'm not sure. But you can only do it on like run plays. So if I want to lead block with the fullback, and I want to make sure he's going after the right person, I can go chip block, person in front. And he ain't like a fullback. Like, or if I'm running the fullback dive, I can run with him. Now, the only thing is, I can't use the motions. So I can just, already be in his position. Like on run plays, I can be the halfback, or the play action plays. Like I can be this dude and just call for the ball and go out and user catch it. But I don't think it'll let you do that in regs. Might be mistaken. But just come over here, call for it, turn around and catch it. Because if you let the CPU run it shit, 9 times out of 10, he's not even gonna look. See, I'm gonna just do it like that. Like he's not really looking. He's trying to do a back shoulder catch. That's not very accurate, especially if he doesn't have a good catch rating. Especially when I run this shit with a receiver. It's tough. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. Because you gotta do that weird animation. I'm back in the end zone. Back in the end zone. Let me get back into the other stuff before I get carried away. I told y'all I'm ADD. Let's see. Get back into what I like to do. Next play I want to go over is went over that one. Alright, the next one I want to go over is the tray wide flex. A lot of y'all be using tray wide flex, but there's a way to enhance some of the things that you already do, some of the plays that you already like. I'm the type of person that takes something that's good and makes it great. Okay? Let's just say they're in the nickel, tap to it, doesn't matter. Let me respot this ball. Now, this is another reason why my slot receiver can run block. Why I'm heavy on that. Make sure. Okay, so pretty much this is real simple. You still got to use your slide protects and your max protect when you're running. All right, so you max protect first, and look at the side of the line that's heavy. Regardless if it says red, or not, don't worry about that. We're gonna push people out of the way. We're gonna slide protect right, and our ID is not really gonna matter as long as the guy in the center. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna take the receiver and hike it right there, and he's gonna either gonna pick that linebacker up, or he's gonna pick the safety up. Okay, slide protect right. ID should already be on the center guy, and hike it right between the tackle and the guard. And look how fast he gets down there. He goes straight for the safety. And you know how people, when they want to stop the run, they want to put the safety in man coverage. That man's going straight for the safety. It doesn't matter. That guard is going to pick up the ID. This receiver is going to go straight chuck the fucking safety right after him. Look at there. That way you get the most out of your blocking receivers. He's going to come in here, hike it, he's going straight for the safety. He's a lead block for me. See, I told y'all, I take something that's good and I make it great. Now, another thing, look at her, straight for the safety. Takes the safety out of the play. And that's what the safeties are there for, run support. You take them out of the run support game. Good block, look at him. Get 10, 15 yards, sometimes I take it further than that. I don't have a 90 overall running back. Imagine if I did, if I had Ezekiel Elliott doing this shit. That's a touchdown every time. Look at her. Look at him, just getting down the field, blocking, taking the safety out of the play. Take that safety out of the play every time. Don't hit the turbo till you're open. Ooh, look at them cuts! Oh, my stick skills. That's what I'm talking about. A quick cut, that one cut feature that they had added this year. You use it right. Don't hit the turbo. Wait till that man finds his block. Because once you hit turbo, good fucking pancake cuts, and I see you. But once you hit that turbo, man, them dudes are going to disengage. So just wait, then hit turbo when you got a little space. Charge this damn controller. Now, once you get real effective at that, you're going to open up what you really want to go to, okay? In this case, everybody likes the stupid crossers. And what you're going to do is you're going to add another blocker to the fold when you hike it. Watch. Now I got another man blocking for me. And then look at there. Will you look at that? Anytime you hike a ball and receiver still in motion behind the line of scrimmage, he automatically becomes a pass blocker. Okay? He's a big dude. That's why I like it again. That's why I like big receivers in the slot position. Because he's multi-dimensional. Okay? Again. I mean, I'm not even slide protecting no more. Man just picks up the block, helps out. He does what he has to do. Alright, now it's getting annoying. Now they're worrying about the PA crossers in the inside zone. Check this out. Alright, when they start worrying about that, this is why inside zone isn't my audible. Okay, I use the read option. Like, you'll come out in the play, you might pick inside zone. I'll use the read option. I'm going to show you how this bad boy works. Alright, you're basically going to fake the zone and you're going to kick it out. Now, this is going to open up a lot of fucking plays for you. And you're just going to hand it off and see how he goes to the outside and he chip blocks that corner. Don't mind that Von Miller got to me. Don't mind that. We're good. This time we're just going to ID Von Miller. Max protect. Yeah, see, that's another thing I forgot to do. Alright, so I got my read, and then I got my block. Well, I let him through. I shouldn't have did that. Alright, we're just gonna block him. Fuck that. I ain't trying to read nobody. Fuck that. Block him all the way. And then come over here. Okay, he's getting through. That's that EA bullshit. Block him. ID the guy behind him, see if that works. I need to get a chip on him. Why'd I hand it off? Okay, so he's gonna react. Let's see how this other dude reacts. Max protect. ID. And motion. What? I did not hand it off. Probably forgot the audible, my bad. See how you forgetting small stuff. Read option, max protect. Against a user, it works wonders. Keep that in mind. Like a user, he's not going to be able to defend that. I mean, I could just hand it to the halfback. I guess the defense that I picked. Look at that shit was glitchy. Max protect. And it take practice. It really do. Max protect, slide right. Also, anytime you run, don't ID linebackers. That's probably what's killing me right now. Zone work. The read option works better against users. The computer is real iffy. That's why I hate 3-4 defenses, man. It's hard to really find your gap assignment. Let's see. Might be better off just blocking him out like that. Now, Von Miller OP over there. But y'all get the idea, man. Like, just because it don't work in practice mode don't mean it's not going to work against somebody, you know. Like, it'll get through. But, you know, y'all got the idea. Also, the other play I like to use this formation. With all these motions, they're not going to be able to dial in on one thing. So the next thing that I want to do is use this motion hike to get my receiver wide open. Okay. So you're like, well, how do you do that? Well, I'm just going to show you. Now, this manipulates a lot of different coverages when you hike it while he's still in motion. I'm going to do it right behind the tight end, and it's just going to confuse him. He's going to be wide open every time. Like, you basically dumb down the AI of what their zones are supposed to do, because now you have two people behind, you know, it's basically like a stack. So the zones don't know which man to pick up. Right there. Look at that. He gets chip blocked by the tight end, leaving him wide open. That receiver running behind him freezes him from backing up. So I'm trying to make sure I'm reading this right. Tight end will play the chip block. Boom. Chip block, wide open. He's using real NFL logic. They use chip blocks in the NFL, you know, to help with pass protection and stuff like that. But here, you can use the chip blocks to open up your receivers. Like I said, just chip block and hike. Chip block, wide open. Now, if they're catching on, if they manage to catch on to that, I'm going to show y'all how to open up something else. There's ways. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to send a drag. We're going to have that flat route. We're going to send a vert. And then we'll send a slant. Try to get a little technical with it. See how it. So if he keys in on it, let's say he has a spy over there trying to pick off that route. Boom, look at all that. Opens up, get a lot of yards after the catch. So let's do it again. Let's try something else. Okay. So we see the drag route gets open. Let's try an in route. Okay, we're going to do the in route. It's going to be a little delayed because we felt like they crossed too quickly there. So I'm going to have that. I'm going to have the vertical. I'm going to have the drag. Smart route. in route. I'm going to slant. Then do it again. And just look at all that shit get open. Circles open, R1's open, squares open. You know, if you like to, you know, distribute the ball, these are the type of adjustments that y'all need to really make, okay? And you don't even need to use, like, I mean, you could take some cheese plays, like little cheesy routes, and you can move them around, do the same thing. Now we can attack all kinds of shit. Look at how that route ran. See, people don't key in the shit like that. So let's say we still want to run that route right there. I'm like a curl route. And then just when he gets behind him, look at there, wide open. And it just be the craziest shit that just get open. See, now we can run a slant behind it. And then we can run a drag. So we can have like a little flood concept and then shoot right up the middle. Boom, boom, boom. That receiver's not very good at deep route runs. So I normally don't throw it to him deep. Let me see if I can. Try to see if there's a way. Alright, yo, check this out. Comeback route. I would need to run another vert. See, the thing is, you want to manipulate the coverages. So with him running out, he's not going to manipulate shit with that. So he needs to run in route. He needs a flat route. He needs a drag. He needs a wheel. That's too delayed. I just take the underneath. Sometimes the coverage will be too good, you know. Sometimes those routes, like the comeback routes, they don't open fast enough. And I think there was one more play I wanted to go over. I mean, y'all are getting these tips for free, so. No. One more play. What do I want to show? Oh, I might as well give you this money play. I know everybody wants a money play. Doesn't matter who I'm using. Really, yeah, route running is important. It's from this formation. Let's see if I can get a fast. Ooh, I can get it. Faster receiver. Alright, so the play is this bench switch. Y'all see that C route? Now, there's a couple of formations in the game that have that little corner route. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to take that corner route and basically make it omnipotent. Okay? You're going to have like a weird... It's going to be crazy. Like, you're going to get over a lot of different coverages. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this, and try to remember exactly how. Like when I'm in a game, I know exactly what I'm going to do. So hold up, we're going to run, it's either in route or a slant. In route. I'm going to do the slant. I'm going to have the drag. And then I'm going to create a crossing concept down the field between Roberts and Bryant. So watch how now all of them cross over there. So yeah, it's an in route. And I need to set my slide protection up to go right. And we're designing this play for circle. And if he's not open, our check down to the halfback is. Now usually if you're able to roll out to the right, circle is usually wide open. So we go in route, drag, smart route, the in route. We're going to leave the halfback on that check down route just in case, okay? Now if he gets through, you check the tight end, you check the running back. Usually, see, I should have do it to the running back against that coverage. Now, I'm going to go into the highlights and I'm going to see who's defending him so I know exactly how to get that route open. Let's see. And it becomes the C route. Okay, so I need them to cross a lot faster. I need 51 taken out a lot quicker. It's a linebacker. So, to take him out of the play, I need to run an in route. A drag. I'll run it like that. That should take the guy out of position. That's threading a needle. I usually use this against man coverage or cover 3 anyway. I don't know why I'm in a cover 2. Let's see. Try you again against a cover 3. Of course, the first cover 3 didn't come out. I'm just gonna hike it. There's no point in me running against the fucking quarters defense. Like, why the computer do shit like that? No one plays quarter defense. They gonna come out in it twice. That's a nickel, ain't it? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so let's drag in route. Motion. And there you go, yeah, cover 3. I don't know why that wasn't beaten cover 2, but there's different ways to run this now. Now we can run that post over the middle to beat cover 2. And instead of exactly running the outside route, this is where you can use some of my tips to get real creative. You can use the double flip to get that halfback to run the seam route vertical. And then if you use my tight end wide from the other formation, you can send that guy in a fade, usually. Wish there was a play. Run this like a flood concept, and then have him over there. Okay, so now we got some options. Look at R1's open. Circle. 1 play touchdown. Look at there. It's just another way to beat cover 3 that people don't tell you about, you know. You finding shit out. Alright, remember what I did. Double flip vert for the halfback. smart route. And motion over. This is why I run a no huddle offense, so I can make most of these adjustments. And there you have your flood concept with your deep crosser, so that should be match defenses as well. And he glitched and got through. A man's is open too. Fucking EA, man. Dude just randomly came through the line. Like, what the fuck? Alright, so try it again. Better yet, I'm a right-handed quarterback. I think it's probably best to run this play from this way. Slide protect to your strong side. Let square run that shit. Cross, baby. Whee! Ah, he overthrew him. Yo. I'm scared I'm actually showing y'all this shit. Alright. Flip the play after you run the vert. Give me an in route, smart route the in route with Nelson. Then motion the C route over. And slide protect right. Use your pocket. And triangle was open over there. I was just trying to see if I can get over the top. He was like probably in a sky. The main thing is, you know, even if I don't execute this practice mode, you know, I'm just looking. You know, I'm always lurking shit, trying to find stuff out. So this play right here, notice each receiver is in a different spot on the field. To user adjust that, that would take a lot. He would need a cloud flat. He would need an outside quarter over there on the right. He would need an inside quarter, but he would need to defend the sticks to keep his inside quarter from jumping a route. Because if he plays inside quarter,
can work together on Raiders PB.
Say what? Raiders TV.
I can lab it on Xbox.
Okay. Oh yeah, I be working on a lot of stuff, man. Like some of these plays I use, you do not see people use. Like even the pros don't go into the. Like if you go watch some of the Madden Bowls and shit that these dudes be doing, they run basic ass offenses. Like they don't do all this. Like, it's really about route concepts. Look at my pass blocking. Man, my receivers suck, but next year that won't be a problem for me. You know, like I said, you can do various things, but once you put Richard in that vertical, when you flip the play, you confuse the game. And he runs the vertical that way. And I can smart route, in route. Got that. Got that corner route. Like I can do a lot from here. Like depending on how I want to attack. Like I can actually come over here. Circle. X. R1. Give me that. Oh, it won't let me use her. I be trying to use her catch. But, you know, you can use plays like that to open other plays up. Okay? So, let me do it again. We're still gonna send the running back deep. Okay? The main thing here is when we send this outside. Who I was running? I was running the outside receiver. Try to see. I want to make a new flood concept. Okay. So I'm going to run Nelson on the deep end route. I'm going to run him on the short end route. in a flat route, and then I got an over the top post. That deep end route I'm worried about. Maybe he just needs to be a drag, and then let Roberts run the deep end route. That way there's a delay behind it. So since I'm running the drag, I need a crosser so I can run a slant. And since I'm only blocking 5, I need to slide protect. Definitely. The reason why I look at my play so long is I'm trying to predicate who's going to be open. I'm going to also tell y'all a secret. Okay? Y'all see that red route? You know, this year, like previous years, you used to be able to change it. This year, you can't. That red route is going to have an accuracy bonus. If you throw it to that receiver, he will have an accuracy bonus for your quarterback. Okay? So always keep that in mind. And just, like I say, look, X open, R1 circle open. Look at all that shit wide open. You know, usually when I pick a play, there's a couple things I'm looking for. I'm looking for something unique. Like I come out in any formation I want. I'm looking for something unique as my base play. And what I do with that unique thing, I'm gonna keep, I'm gonna keep the unique route, and then I'm just gonna hot route everything else. You know, a lot of times, you see a post route. Like, let's say you like running posts. Like I go to this motion PA double post, for instance. It doesn't matter what play. Hopefully they don't give me goal line. All right, but I don't want that motion. Okay. I can pass block my motion. I could send him over there. I can set him up. I can motion him over here myself now. And have him run the slant. Have me a little crossers, concept going on. And he got an accuracy bonus, but, overall kind of plays into effect, depending on what zone they're using. So, since it's a cover 3, I need them to cross at a specific point. So I need to smart route him. Smart route the slower receiver. And I need to occupy that inside third. We got a pass block, So with that now being occupied, I can run, There we go. We took him out of the play just by doing that. Alright, let's go and see how that worked. Usually, sometimes a small adjustment makes a big difference on how the defense plays their zones. So I'm going to see how he got knocked off. Okay, he got beat off the line. The safety got pulled off because the vert, he had to respect the vert, and I'm able to get the cut underneath. Now I do that a lot out of different formations. It's really like we'll have gotta put him in that. See, my cross is gonna be between my drag receiver and my vertical. And then I'm gonna smart route Nelson. See, he's playing off coverage now. He's not pressing. So we're going to see how this works. Now triangle's open. If I wait on it, circle's open. Just the small things on how to attack cover 3. Alright, this time we're going to try with the tight end. We'll try to emphasize the play action with it. That way we keep the same thing. Smart route. That way he doesn't underrun it. Now what I could do, instead of running that out route, and it really depends if he's defending sticks or not. If he's not, if he's like in a match defense, I can take Roberts and either just intentionally run a curl route to make him play that, or I can send him on a cross, and it'll be like a delayed. You know, that slant beats cover 3 after it passes the hash. Play action just draws him in. Only thing I don't like about play action, see, circle was open. Only thing I don't like about play action is it really doesn't work half the time. This time we're going to try to have a real weird cross. Double. We're not even going to play action. R1, X, then circle, then square. All of them open up just like that. Let's see if we got some other plays in here. Probably show y'all one more play, you know. I mean, it's free, so y'all ain't complaining. Let's see, what do I want to go over? I like the angle smash, but I think half y'all run that shit anyway. Just give me a sec. Let's see. Y'all watch my videos. The gun Y-off trips weak. Pretty nasty formation against press coverage. You know, I usually audible to it. I never just come out in it. Sometimes I can, but I'm going to show you this. This thing just annihilates press coverage. It doesn't matter if they're in cover 4 quarter. Any press coverage play. Gun Y-off trips weak. And there's actually 2 plays that does it. And I think maybe 3. Maybe. Ooh, and it has that high-low C route. Only thing is you can't motion that C route over to the left unless that tight end is on that left side. That's the only reason I don't like it. But I can't get him on the other side of the field. Alright, so let's see if we can find. Alright, first we'll do a against cover 3 press. Okay? No adjustments really needed, but you can adjust to, like, if you're playing a user that knows what's coming, there's ways to adjust it to get it open. But against press coverage, me not doing anything, watch, just wait and just lob it. He's open every time. Quarterback doesn't have the best deep throw accuracy, but like I said, just I'm gonna pass block this time. Just wait and then lob the bitch every time. I score over 700 touchdowns this year alone using that one play. No adjustments. Whatever. If he's in any type of press coverage, you will beat him every time. Every single time. It's guaranteed one play touchdown. They press coverage, they're fucked. And then when they key in on that side, you have another play that does it called stick. Okay? And you got underneath check down. But your receiver going to be on the other side. That Jordy Nelson, 88 speed. Watch this. Even if he's not going to press. Look at there. Aggro catch. Give me that shit. He the primary receiver. Accuracy buff. See, look at there. Don't matter even if you play that shit. Give me that. That's one-on-one coverage. Now you're supposed to be beating him. I don't know why you're not beating him off the line. But supposed to sneak past him, but he glitching. That's the CPU for you. But I got that aggro catch. I be user catching one-on-one. I'm gonna win that user catch. I don't care. I mean, I like to throw the ball down the field. I'm pretty sure some of y'all would like to. Look at her. Just tap L2 and it'll give it to you. Stock play. You just burn them on both sides of the field. Just one play. It's like they're not even defending you anymore. All right, that's cover 3. Wait, you say, what about cover 4? What about cover 2 sink? Let me show you this shit. This beats any press coverage. Man press. Gun Y off. Trips weak. Alright. Come out and nickel. Do we have a cover 4? Yeah, like. This one isn't press. Press. Okay, so they're 2, 4, 5. They don't have a lot. They don't really have a lot of nickel formation. Let me see if they got dime. Oh, they got a nice little dime defense too. They don't have a lot of press play. Okay, yeah, they got a cover 4 press. Alright, cover 4, man. You don't want to defend me. Y'all think I'm playing. Anytime people play a lot of press coverage, you can one play touchdown now. Or, like I've literally played people on a couple of my streams, like they'll sit there and they'll be so worried about this shit. They open everything else up underneath. Like when they back off, they open your quick pass game up. Like you can run slants and drags under all day and eat clock. That's cover 4. That is an outside quarter getting burnt by a slow. Now he ain't even that fast. Y'all think I'm playing? Like you can burn people. Like watch this shit. Y'all think I'm playing? Like for real? I'm gonna put my bummy ass receiver in here. No fucking acceleration. He gonna be my starter. See if we can still do it. 88 speed over there. 88 speed, still burning motherfuckers. It doesn't matter. This route just works. Only thing is, he just can't get to the ball, so you gotta like low ball pass it. Usually, let's see. I'm on a low ball. Okay, I can't low ball it. I missed the target passing. There we go. You can possession catch low ball. I don't think he's going to be able to rack catch it. That's being that slow unless I wait an extra second. Yeah, 88 speed. Burn in number 22. What is number 22? I don't even know that. I don't even know his speed. Number 22. Okay, he 87 speed. Why is he starting? C slot. We gonna put what's his name in the slot. We gonna put. I can't make changes to the other team. Who's their number 2? Okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try Bradley Roby. He 92 speed. I think the only thing I would have to do is swap my number 1 and number 2. And try his best corner. He still get open, but alright, so now we're gonna flip the play. We're gonna try 8 men against a 92 speed corner. Well, you look at that. That's why I tell y'all, man, speed is not everything in Madden. For everybody that thinks, oh, I need 90 speed this, I need 90 speed that, look at people's 40 times, man. There's not much of a difference between 4.23 and 4.4, or 4.4 and 4.6. They're like neck and neck within reachable distance within 40 yards. So 40 yards, they're basically the same speed. Look at that, 92 speed. Y'all don't believe me? That is 92 speed getting burnt by 88 speed. Okay, and not just getting burnt, like just getting beat. So everybody want to hear my argument. This right here proves my argument. You know, the small stats matter. Like off the line, speed's not gonna matter. That means nothing. Like their intangibles, like their ability to read, their ability to play, you know, their ability to play, you know, man coverage or zone. Those are the stats that matter now. Old Madden, speed was nice. Yes, speed helps. On one play TDs, yeah, speed helps. Like if you're trying to beat a specific coverage from, you know, one of those little YouTube money plays, yeah, you need speed, but it's not really gonna matter if somebody plays the right assignment. You know? And this just goes to show a 92 speed is getting burnt by 88 speed. There's not much difference between those two thresholds. In order for that guy to play 8 men a lot tighter, he would need to be dominating him in speed tier. Like 88 and 92, 88, 89, 90, 91, 90, that's only 4 speed difference. Okay? And I try to preach to everybody that in order to be dominant, you need to be +5. There's a +5 rule. Okay? For you to be in the next tier to dominate a player in man-to-man or anything like that, you need to beat them by +5. Okay? That's the only way the offense is going to beat the defense, or the defense is going to beat the offense. Okay? I think there's even a thing on here. Yeah. Y'all see that? You see the height? Hold up. Speed, I'm not winning. Route running, I'm not winning. Release, I'm not winning. But I'm winning the height +5. You know what that means? I can fucking aggro catch on that dude all day. I'm beating him by +5. He's not gonna be able to beat me there. Okay, I can go over here. Look at there. Height +5. Release +5. Those are the stats that matter. Okay, it tells you. Everybody you're looking at. Look at there. I got height. I don't need the release or speed or route running. The speed is not +5. Only thing is route running. He's not really running a route. He's just going deep. I ain't got him running no route. Release, not really gonna, you know, too much matter in the situation because it's not +5. Okay, if it was +5, he'd probably jam me up a lot better. Okay, so that's the numbers y'all need to be paying attention to. If he's not +5, he's not gonna press me. Let me put someone in here that can't. Let me see, depth chart. I mean, that's still a good route, but we're gonna see if we have a sucky ass release receiver, because we are going up against press coverage. Seth Roberts ain't got no relief, but he got speed. Alright, so let's say we got, okay, you got 54. And here's one. Let's get real bummy with it. This a 84 speed receiver. Now this dude, he might actually shut me down. Cause he probably got me. Say what? I did not hear that. Go bus. You got me confused talking about some go bus, son. What the fuck? Alright, so.
Go Bucks.
Oh, Bucks. Alright, so I got Keon Hatcher. And he's getting beat on everything. Release, route running, speed. The only thing I got is +2 on height, but it's not +5. You know, so he's probably going to jam him up. I don't know. I mean, this is a good route that beats press. But let's see. He's slow, real slow at getting. I mean, he still beats him, but he's a little bit slower at getting open. That's an 84 speed, man. I be telling y'all, man, speed really don't matter on this game. And you can't get any more bummier than that. That's an 84 speed against a 92 speed. Boom. He's open. It just take him a little bit longer to get open. I think that's the only difference. So if they're like sending a blitz, then it'll probably get to me. But yeah, it just takes a little bit longer for it to get open. But once again, speed is not everything. I'm just putting this out there, might as well, since I'm doing a video. As long as you know how to use what you got out there, anything can be a weapon. Only thing is, like, slow receivers, you really got to wait for them before you throw it, because cars used to throwing it to faster receivers. So if I'm throwing it to a fast receiver, the fast receiver will catch it in stride. But him, I gotta like catch it like at the end of the pass. Like wait till he goes and then cuts and then throw it. So he has time to get up under it. Like slower receivers, you have to lob it. Faster receivers, you can throw bullets. That's another thing. Which is, it's dangerous throwing to slow receivers if they're playing the right defense. I just say sit, wait, and then just lob it so you can get up under it. And so y'all know I ain't lying. I want y'all to tell me what do y'all see right there? What is his speed? This nigga got shitty stats. He is 63 overall. He got no acceleration, no awareness, none of that. I tell you that if this guy can catch that shit, then I'm pretty sure a dominant receiver. Like you can have this dude on run the fucking route and they won't even expect it. You know, he not the best, but shit, he come in and made a catch. Hey, look who he was going up against. Y'all be thinking I'm playing about this shit. He was going up against a 92 speed. Better stats, 80 overall. Burn them. Alright, man, I think that's all. I mean, if there's something y'all missed out, if y'all joined late, man, you can always go back and watch the stream from the beginning. I appreciate y'all watching. You know, I do this shit for y'all, man. Y'all made me come back and do this shit every day. Alright? Peace out.